Ang Committee on Justice sa aming pananaw, ang role niyan is akin to isang prosecutor, no? Pag
Oo.
magfa-file ka ng isang criminal case before the fiscal or the office of the prosecutor, ang gagawin niyan is to determine probable cause. No?
Mm.
So, titingnan niya ngayon yung complaints, and they have to be
Mm.
limited to the four corners of the complaint as well as the pieces of evidence or affidavits that are
Mm.
attached to that complaint. And based on that, they will now evaluate kung sa tingin nila may probable cause to then transmit these complaints as articles of impeachment to the Senate. We've heard statements that the evidence is overwhelming. For example, hindi ba? Kung overwhelming ang evidence, why are we now hearing also statements that subpoenas will be issued for additional documents, etc.? So, it's a bit contradictory on our part, no? Kung overwhelming ng evidence, then let's evaluate the evidence that were attached to the complaints,
Mm.
and from there, perhaps a determination on probable cause could already be made.
Good day po sa lahat. Si Fiscal EJ po ito. Question. Is the House Committee on Justice really going on a fishing expedition? Sabi ni Attorney Michael Powa at ng kampo ni VP Sara, bawal daw magsabpina ng bagong ebidensya ang Kamara. Ang argumento nila, dapat limitado lang daw ang committee sa kung anong naka-attach sa original impeachment complaint. Pero as a lawyer, when you look at the rules of the House and even the DOJ's own rules, you will see na hindi tumutugma ang lohika ni Attorney Powa sa ating batas. First, let's talk about the process. Hindi ito parang magic na diretso trial agad. Impeachment in the House follows a strict four-step ladder. Step number 1, sufficiency in form. The only thing that will be checked here is kung ang impeachment complaint ba ay verified at sumusunod sa tamang format under the House rules. Step number 2, sufficiency in substance. This is the face value test. The only question to be determined here is, assuming the allegations in the impeachment complaint are true, do they constitute impeachable offenses? If the answer is yes, then the Committee on Justice will declare the impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. Take note, wala pang timbangan ng ebidensya rito. The law only requires a recital of facts that points to a specific offense. Step number 3, sufficiency in grounds. Here, the committee will check kung may sapat ba na basehan para ituloy ang kaso. After the VP files her answer or after the exchange of affidavits and relevant documents, the committee determines if the complaint alleges sufficient grounds. If not, the case ends here. Sa kaso ni VP Sara, the committee already found the complaint sufficient in form, substance, and grounds. Ibig sabihin, na-comply na ang steps 1, 2, at 3. At present, andito na tayo sa step 4, which is the hearing proper. Ito ang pinaka-crucial, ang evidentiary stage. This is where the committee conducts hearings to determine probable cause. Dito na ang totoong bakbakan ng ebidensya. Sinusuri na ang bawat dokumento at testimonya para malaman kung dapat na ba itong iakyat sa Senado. Under the House rules, the committee has the power of compulsory process. Ibig sabihin, may kapangyarihan silang mag-issue ng subpoena para pilitin ang pag-attend ng mga witnesses at makuha ang mga mahalagang dokumento. Now, let's go to the main point of contention, the subpoena. Under Rule 3 of the House Impeachment Rules, the committee during the hearing may examine the evidence, hear witnesses, and most importantly, issue compulsory process. This means the committee can issue a subpoena ad testificandum to compel the attendance of witnesses like Ramil Madriaga and or a subpoena duces tecum to secure documents like bank records and COA reports. Ang contention ng kampo ni VP Sara na ang evidence lang na naka-attach sa complaint ang dapat tingnan ay highly erroneous. Why? Dahil mayroon tayong bank secrecy law. They are demanding that evidence be attached at the start, even though the bank secrecy law makes it a crime to access that evidence even before the case begins. Now, under Section 2 of that law, bank deposits are absolutely confidential except in cases of impeachment. This means such evidence cannot be readily available or attached to an initial complaint because the law forbids it, unless a trial or impeachment is already underway. By law, legally shielded ang mga records na ito mula sa publiko. Kaya it is legally impossible para sa isang complainant na i-attach ang bank records sa kanilang initial complaint. Sabi ng kampo ni VP Sara, fishing expedition daw ang ginagawa ng House. Wrong. Ang fishing expedition ay kapag naghahanap ka ng krimen ng walang basihan. But when there is a credible allegation of unexplained wealth or mismanaged funds, ang power of subpoena ang nagsisilbing primary mechanism ng ating rules. Ito ang bridge o tulay sa pagitan ng isang verified allegation at ng production of confidential documents. Ang subpoena po ay hindi fishing. It is actually the legal key na nagbubukas sa pinto na sadyang pinatiling sarado ng bank secrecy law. Kung ang committee ay restricted lang sa mga ebidensyang naka-attach sa complaint, then the hearing proper will be rendered useless. Bakit pa tayo magkakandak ng hearing at magpapatawag ng witnesses kung bawal naman palang kumuha ng impormasyon? A hearing by its very definition is a search for facts that are not yet on the record. Ang impeachment po ay hindi laro ng taguan. It is a search for the truth, and the rules are designed to bring that truth to light. Attorney Powa often likens these proceedings to a preliminary investigation before a prosecutor or a fiscal. Sabi niya, ang fiscal daw ay limited lang sa kung ano ang ebidensya na naka-attach sa complaint. But here's the reality. He is wrong. Even in the 2024 DOJ NPS Rules on Preliminary Investigation, specifically Section 10I, an investigating prosecutor can motu proprio or on his own initiative issue subpoenas for the attendance of witnesses and the production of documents that are material to the investigation. Kung ang fiscal nga ay may power to search for the truth beyond the initial filing, why would the House of Representatives, which has the exclusive power under the Constitution to initiate all cases of impeachment, be any less powerful? At the end of the day, it's about transparency. If the Vice President truly has nothing to hide, she should actually welcome the production of these records. Bakit? Because these bank records and documents are the ultimate exculpatory evidence. Kung mapapatunayan ng mga dokumentong ito na walang ill-gotten wealth at nagamit ng tama ang pondo, then the case will be dismissed once and for all. Fighting the subpoena makes it look like there's something to hide. But producing the records, that is the fastest way to prove her innocence. So yan lang po ang nais kong ibahagi today, and see you in my next video. Maraming salamat po.